Hello, Claire.
Hello, completely natural. I can hear my child crying.
It could be a
I
cue.
yeah, I think that might be a cue. Well, I suppose it's probably then. I suppose actually people. I suppose isn't it? I suppose it is your children, probably, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, because you sacrifice a lot of other things in order to put them first. So I suppose that's in the sense of other things that maybe are important, you kind of get slightly shelved. I have two children. One of them is still quite small, so I'm definitely in the shelving everything else time. Doing no harm, that's quite important, isn't it? Probably. Trying to make the most of what's sort of there and available to you. Trying to be content. Creativity. I suppose having children's kind of it's kind of creation, isn't it? Blue because of its many nuances. So there are greeny, some kind of greeny, oceanic blue, paled down a bit, maybe somewhere along those lines. Laughing, but like proper laughing, which doesn't happen. I think it happens more when you're a child.
Yeah.
Windy days, wind in your face, wind in your hair. That's kind of
Right.
and therefore maybe the sea. But other people, isn't it? I guess. Actually, although I mean, I like being on my own a lot. Hardly ever on my own anymore, which I regret very much. But I suppose you feel most alive when you're with other people. Yeah, see what's popping into my mind, The Sound of Music, because that's my favourite film when I was a child. I think the film I've returned to, which I haven't done for years, actually, is probably When Harry Met Sally. When I was a teenager, it was The Breakfast Club, so there's a theme, isn't there? Sound of Music, Breakfast Club, and When Harry Met Sally, it's love, isn't it? Oh, the answer is I wish I did. I suppose because it would be nice to think that everything isn't chaos, wouldn't it? And that things have meaning. I think things have. I think they have personal meaning.
Yes.
It's not to say, I'm not sort of taking a nihilistic view.
Sure.
It's not that.
Sure.
But it would be nice to think that injustice is put rights somewhere along the line. I suspect it isn't. Unfortunately. Ask me again in 20 years and
All right,
maybe I'll
then.
change my mind. I hope so. Who am I? I still don't
Indeed.
know. The degree of introversion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not solitary in the sense that I'm, I have friends and family and all of that, but maybe I like being on my own sometimes. I kind of quite like the absurd. I'm in some ways quite self-contained unless you know me very well. The things that are true about me, like the fact that I have a temper, I'm
Right.
quite, in my way, quite fiery. It probably is quite hidden away, particularly in the work. I'd like to think I've got some kind of set of some set of values. There are certain things that I see in my friends that I hope I kind of have. You kind of have this list of favourite things that you made maybe 15, 20 years ago. Close to Me, The Cure. Apparently there's something about music you like when you're adolescent. Apparently it's kind of somehow gets, I don't know, your kind of physiological response to it is different. Well, I would put, that I'm trying to write, so I would definitely put that in there. If I had just a bit more time, I would be doing more of that.
Yes.
If I had time to do that,
Yes.
what would I like to do? I'm not brilliant at relaxing. I'm not a big fan of inactivity.
Yeah.
Half an hour with a cup of coffee, that's kind of enough inactivity. So I used to play a lot of music. I used to do a lot of drawing and painting.
Yeah, indeed.
God, I'd
yeah.
love to be able to do those things again.
Yeah.
If I'm lucky when I've retired, I kind of feel there might be.
Yeah.
God, by the time you're watching this, I will be. If I'm still alive. So the first person who just popped in my head was literary heroine, George Eliot. Quite interesting in terms of her whole view on what literature was for, and this notion of kind of it, you know, being about truth and sort of somehow morally improving all of that. Some of which I, you know, don't like the thought of at all. But yeah, I think George Eliot. Well, I don't know why. And I'd put Virginia Woolf in that category as well. Poor thing. Before the River. So there's a kind of feminist theme there, isn't there? Actually. So the first thing that pops into my mind is something like the feeling that I kind of have quite a good sense of understanding people's motives or understanding people. But then the caveat is I'm also aware that actually people are kind of unknowable as well. So although I sort of instinctively think I'm quite good at that, equally I recognise that, you know, you're kind of kidding yourself if you think you understand people. Oh, my favourite foods. Thank God for these questions.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking of strawberries, which I don't even like very much. My mind's grasping for any kind of food stuff. Do you see how I'm making things unnecessary? No. Oh God.
We can come back to
Parmesan cheese.
There we go.
That'll do. That'll do, take it. Most inspirational historical site I've been to is the place where the Wright brothers first achieved flights. That moment. But not the moment, but
yes.
to sort of, that trying and failing and trying and failing.
Yes.
I thought that was really, and it's kind of positive, isn't it, rather than all the terrible things that you could think of.
Yes.
Again, that's from my list of things compiled, Middlemarch, I think. Just a masterpiece. It's a bloody masterpiece. Brilliant, brilliant drawing of character. Oh God, what am I proudest of? I really keep coming back to the same things. You know, maybe the moments where, what we were talking about earlier, where it's quite hard to be. So proud of sometimes of, you know, not losing it. Trying to do your best with something.
Yeah.
Oh, I still want to finish that damn book.
Yeah.
I will. I haven't got many ambitions. You know, I'm not a highly ambitious person, but it's the one thing I've always wanted to do. Seeing my children grow up, obviously, you know, touch wood, and you'd love to think that they're going to be okay. You know, if you're very lucky, you escape too many not nice things happening, I suppose, don't you? You know, it would be nice to think you pootle along and that you're okay and your loved ones are okay. I think you've asked some very good questions.
Thanks.
Probing.
Well, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure. I don't ever want to see it, but it's a pleasure.
Farewell.
Farewell.